little late on the update, but I'm installing a new body kit on the Datsun to hopefully cover up some of the damage from hitting the boulder. Again, I know this is like the 5th time I've said that, but don't hit boulders unless you're SpongeBob and you ride those puppies for miles. So I've been banging out the fender as much as possible to make it fit, and it's come out a lot. Yeah. New side skirts. Obviously, it's gotten rid of a lot of what used to be there. There's a little, pretty bad gap in the door still, but I'm just gonna say fuck it. And there's that up there, and it'll get I'll just paint it when I paint the whole car. But so far, it looks pretty sick. I mean, it's not super low, so sorry, not sorry, but I don't want my shit to break consistently. And it's going to make it look a lot better, because I don't like the swoop under that the 280ZX has. And it's going to give it a nice little step at the end. I also got a classic air dam from the Z store, and I'm going to be installing that as well. I might have to move all this into the garage because it's warmer in there, and I'm cold as shit because it's freezing out here. I got a new wheel for from the one I bent. Got tires mounted on that, so I'll be running on the, sorry, I forgot I had erased the old videos from the last video I did, or the last 2 videos, so my 5 gigs was still filling up my camera roll pretty good. So I got it situated. I need to run bolts in it. Actually had to remove the seat right here, and it's right there. That was a pain in the ass, and I'm going to have to put it back in, so it's going to suck. But, like I was saying, I don't have to run these wheels anymore. I can go back to running those wheels on the back, and it's going to look sick again. So I got nothing but love on the wing, so fuck yeah, guys. I'm glad you guys share the same love that I do for the build, because, like I said, I'm building it for me. I want it to look cool. And plus, this is my first drift car build. So I essentially want to do everything possible to this car, so I know what I want to do with my next one. Because I'm going to be building another one later on, like maybe a year or 2 from now. And it's going to be done the right way the entire time. It's going to have the RB in it, if the RB is still running. If not, maybe in V8 or something cool. But it's going to have a turbo, because I love the turbo noise. I still need to run an exhaust, so that's kind of but yeah, so I got the classic air dam. So if you guys are familiar with the 280ZX community, Bruce713 with the airbag 280ZX, he's running the classic air dam as well. And so if you guys are curious as to what that looks like on another car that's painted properly, not like mine, go take a look at his YouTube channel. It's Bruce713. Also check out his Instagram. His car is so sick and so clean, and I wish mine was that cool, but we can't have everything. Alright, so I'm going to get back to cracking and lagging. I should be able to mount the thing, so I'm just going to run the drill through it and see if it works. Alrighty, so got one side on after finishing cutting out that rear quarter, and so far it looks fucking great. I'll give you guys a look once it's in the garage, because it's cold as crap outside. So I got my light and my heater, and we're about to get some toast going. Got to put the front air dam on and the other side skirt for the driver's side. Yes, I know I have shit on my face. I don't remember if I brought that up before. I know it's there. It won't come off because it's a little bastard. Yeah, so I'm going to move the car in here so I have light and all that good shit. So, let's do that. Alright, let's get to work. The car is up in the air on jack stands. We can go ahead and get to crack on mounting the new side skirt and changing out that one other tire. I already changed out the one on the other side. And then we'll put it on the ground and see what it looks like. Also, while it's up, I'm going to drop that side, then put a jack stand over here and work on mounting the front bumper or the front air dam. And I'm going to just mount the front air dam using zip ties, so if I'm ever sideways and I hit a bump, it doesn't rip out of the bolts and it just breaks the zip ties, hopefully. Alright, let's get this thing up and see what it looks like. Alrighty, so it is up to hold on nicely so I can point to you guys where the bolts go. There's going to be a bolt right here. That's not what I wanted to happen. It wasn't wanting to stay up on its own, but I went ahead and threw one of the self-tappers through right there. I was going to do that anyways because I did it on the other side, and it helps snug this up because this kind of flares out a little bit. So just to keep everything tight and good, I'm going to throw one right here. Might throw one down lower, but I don't know yet. But with one right there, that should be pretty stable. And then back here, we're just going to throw one. Fuck. Okay, so I'm going to have to take that out and bend my lip back because I rolled my fenders. And so this way I can mount it right there because there needs to be a bolt right there. Oh, shit happens. But, yeah, so I got to mount one right there, and one over there. And then, since it goes inside the door jamb, I was actually thinking about putting one right there and one up here, just for stability and support. Now, the nice thing is about this is it sits below the frame, or it sits above the frame rails, and the pinch welds and all that, so you can still get your jack under there and do all your jacking needs, like jack it. I'm not going to finish that statement. So I got this side done and mounted. It's hard to see because it's dark. I have a flashlight somewhere. Alright, so yeah. Tomorrow I will get some videos and some photos of it in the light. But I think I might have cracked it a little bit. So I might have to do some fiberglass repair, which I really didn't want to have to do. But it could use some stiffening anyways, just because this corner right here, yeah, it's pretty well cracked. Flip you guys. Oh, wait for it. Oh, damn fucking... Alrighty. So right there's the crack. I could probably just throw a bolt in right there and fix that problem, but I don't know if I want to do that because there's already a bolt right there. Wait for it to focus. There we go. And I don't think I want to put a bolt right here as well. But holy shit, I have a little light right there. I did not know that. But I also have to put bolts. One right there, and then one over on the other side. But yeah, side skirts are mounted. Time to work on the front bumper, or the front air dam. On why the fuck doesn't this shit work? I have to cut two slits. One right here and one right here for the lower intercooler mounts, and some for right now. I'm going to go ahead and take those off, and Mom's opening the garage door because it's going to get cold now. I need to take both of the tow hooks off of the front, so this way I can figure out how much I need to cut off, and I need to cut out of there for it to fit, and then I'm probably going to have to figure out how to mount a new tow hook. So right now these and these do not match up with those and because those hooks and those. So I'm going to get those all off and see where we're at then. Alrighty, so I got all of my holes drilled. I did 4 on each side. I'm not going to worry about the center ones like this one, and this one, because essentially I'm only going to mount it enough so if I hit something on track, it'll fly off rather than get destroyed. So I'm going to run a zip tie through here, around here, a zip tie right over there in that hole around the other side, and then all of these will be up and around. And should work out pretty nicely. And then was able to put these mounts back on because this doesn't go all the way back and over it. But I'm going to have to figure out some straps instead of my old mounts because these mounts will not work with this unless I cut this all the way out. Then I have to cut some of this out, but I want to keep as much of that intact as possible. So we're just not going to go that route. And just leave those off and just go get some toe straps instead of having the hooks, which the hooks are nice because I can use them as jacking points. I just have to find new jacking points. Alright, so I'm going to get this thing mounted up. We're going to see what it looks like. Alrighty, so it is, I don't know if zip tie is considered mounting, but we're going to say it's mounted. So what I did was I just ran a zip tie around this through the bolt hole. Zip tie around that one, and then on the inside, I'll see if you guys can see it. So right back there, on the furthest part of the fender, I put a zip tie as well. I didn't drill the hole properly on that one. I can't get my finger in there, but I'll show you on this side. Same thing, zip tie right there. Zip tie through there, and this one has the wheel off, so it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, so there's a zip tie right here, and a zip tie right here. On the other side, I only have one right here because I fucked up drilling this hole right here. But other than that, everything's solid. I mean, it's not going nowhere. I don't want to kick it because I'm afraid the fiberglass will break, but. So if you're running road racing or whatever, something that you won't crash at, and if you do, it's going to fuck your car up more than you think. There's a mounting point here, there's a mounting point here, and there's 1, 2, 3 mounting points. But this will actually help with cooling because it's guiding air into, for one, my radiator, and then my intercooler is right in front of it, so it'll get better airflow to my radiator or my intercooler as well. So that's a solid positive. I'm going to throw the bumper on now and put it back on the ground. Well, I'll figure out how to put it back on the ground since I don't have those little mounting plates. Those are there. Or tow hooks anymore. So let's see how this goes. So I found something that's a little unfortunate. Since something's bent over here, and I'm not sure what it is yet, but since my wheel's sitting too far back, it's hitting on the tire. So I gotta figure out, at least trim that for now. But also I just remembered I have to drill that and put a bolt in there because I totally spaced that. So I guess I'll get that done and figure out what I need to do trim wise for being able to actually turn again. Unfortunately, I figured out why my tires pushed so far back. When I hit the boulder back there, I then drove up onto a boulder with front tires, and when I did that, I actually hit here first, the hardest, which bounced me up on top of the rock, creased here, and I also creased here. So, the frame damage is fucking real. Needless to say. So I gotta figure out how to pull that out, pull all of this out so this line is straight again, That will then pull my caster arm back the way it should be, and my tire will be where it's supposed to be. For now, I'm just going to have to cut here to make clearance for the wheels to be able to turn again. Would be nice. Alright, so the whole kit is on. I'm going to wait till tomorrow so I can get some actual daylight footage of this. But it all went together extremely nicely, and it all actually works. The black I'm digging because it works in conjunction with the black wing. But just a future reference, since I am painting the car white, these plates will be painted white. This fin will be painted white, but these plates here, and then these plates here, and then the end plates will all be painted black to go with when I paint this black, all the chrome trim black, and hopefully have a black hood because carbon fiber and awesomeness. So I'm going to wait for sun to come up. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm going to go play some spin tires, and if you haven't checked it out yet, highly suggest it. It's bomb as shit. If you haven't played it on the PC, it's now on Xbox One. Quick, because I'm running out of memory, so here's a new body kit. I hope you guys like it. Stay sideways, guys.